Hello students, welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. My name is Mr. Stanley Ombogo. So dear students, as usual, I believe that you are in good health and strength wherever you're watching us from. And in this session, I'd like to take you through an area under grammar. And the area is the functions of prepositions in sentences. So in this session, before we look at some of the functions of prepositions that we have in sentences, we are first of all going to start by looking at the definition of a preposition and giving some examples of prepositions that we have. So to begin with, dear students, a preposition joins words together and show the relationship between different parts of a sentence. So prepositions can be used to indicate either time, place, or direction. So having said that, it means that we have got types of prepositions. That is a preposition of time, we have preposition of place, and we also have a preposition of direction. So when we talk about the preposition of time, these are prepositions that are used to indicate when something or an action was performed. Prepositions of place, from the name, they show where. Then prepositions of directions point at the direction to which maybe something or an action is performed. So also, take note that we have got certain prepositions that function or work as preposition of time. At the same time, we can use them as a preposition of place, and at the same time, they can also be used as prepositions of direction. An example of such prepositions, we have the preposition at. So at can be used to indicate time. At can still be used to indicate place. At can be used to indicate or talk about direction. So it can be used to point out, to a specific direction. So um, having given a brief or maybe a summary of the types of prepositions, there are also prepositions that I am interested in. That is the simple prepositions and complex prepositions. So talking about simple prepositions, uh, these are prepositions that are one word. So the following are the simple prepositions with examples in sentences. So we have the simple preposition in, on, and at. So they are prepositions that are made up of only one word. So we can also call them, or we are allowed to call them, one word prepositions. So the examples in sentences, we have he is in the house. So in is the preposition, and in the sentence it is talking about place. Then we also have another example, the cup is on the table. So the preposition that we have there is on, and it is a preposition of place. It is indicating the place where the cup is. So the last sentence that we have, or example, he teaches at a school in Wajir. So the preposition that we have there is at. That is also indicating or showing place. So apart from simple prepositions, we also have complex prepositions. So talking about complex prepositions, a complex preposition consists of two or three word combination, but acting as a single unit. So this means that these are prepositions that are formed by joining two or three word combination that act as a single preposition. So we have got two word complex prepositions. We have three word complex prepositions. So below are examples of some of the two word complex prepositions and three word complex prepositions. So the first example we have in accordance with. So in accordance with is a three-word complex preposition that is functioning as a single or acting as a single unit. Then we also have on behalf of. So on behalf of is another three-word complex preposition that is functioning as a single unit. So we also have in aid of. So in aid of is also a three-word complex preposition. There is in line of. We also have in respect to, by mean of, in relation to. We have according to, in relation to, in accordance with. They are very many. The list is endless. So how about we use some examples in sentences. So in the sentences that we have, the three sentences have three word complex prepositions, and they are written in boldface. So in the first sentence, we have, I am writing in regard to what we discussed yesterday. So the complex preposition that we have there is in regard to. Then the second sentence, he came on behalf of his boss. So the complex preposition that we have there is on behalf of. Then number three, a word can be distinguished on the basis of stress. So the complex preposition that we have in the last sentence is on the basis. On the basis, yeah, it is on the basis. So moving to the next thing, let us look at preposition combinations. How do we form or make complex prepositions? So we can have, different preposition combinations. And just to talk about a few, we have a preposition combination that is combining an adjective and a preposition. So examples of such, we have accustomed to, we have afraid of, there is also accused of. So looking at the first example, accustomed, that is an adjective, then to is a preposition. So the two words form a complex preposition. So in the second example, we have afraid of. So afraid is an adjective, of is a preposition. Then lastly, we have accused of. So to accuse, that is an adjective. I mean, accused is an adjective, then of is a preposition. So apart from the adjective and preposition combination, we also have verb and preposition combination. So example of prepositions that are formed or made up by made up of a verb and a preposition. We have account for. So the verb that we have in that preposition is account, and the preposition is for. So we also have add to. So the verb there is add, the preposition is to, and lastly we have appeal to. So appeal is the verb and to is the preposition. Now let's look at the last part, that is the functions of prepositions in sentences. So in a sentence, dear students, a preposition can function as, adjectives. They can function in sentences as adverbs, and lastly, they can function in sentences as nominals. So let us first start by looking at prepositions as adjectives. So prepositional phrases modify nouns. Remember, when we use the word modify, it means that they tell us more, or they provide us with more information about the nouns. For example, give me the pencil next to the book. So in this sentence, the prepositional phrase that we have is next to the book. So remember, just as a reminder, prepositional phrase is something that we had in our previous, classes, when that is the Form 3 work, and we learned that a prepositional phrase is a phrase consisting of a preposition that is joined with other words in a sentence. So the prepositional phrase that we have in that example is next to, and it modifies the noun that is the pencil. So we know which pencil that is needed. So the pencil that is needed is the pencil that is next to the book. So probably there are, many pencils around, but the one that we are interested, in is the only pencil that is placed next to the book. So another example, park the car behind the house. Park the car behind the house. So in this case, we also have a prepositional phrase behind the house, and it is showing how a preposition can function in sentences as adjectives. So the next function of prepositions in sentences is that we can have prepositions functioning as adverbs in sentences. So consider the examples that we have. The cheetah runs after the antelope. The other example is that the team won without their captain. So studying, if you keenly study the two examples, you realize that the prepositional phrases that we have there have been used to modify the verbs that we have there. So lastly, we can have prepositions functioning as nominals. And to illustrate that, consider the two examples that we have. The first example, the church is before the hospital. And the second example, the school is adjacent to the supermarket. So, dear students, that brings us to a close of this session. Thank you for staying tuned till the end. Once again, my name is Mr. Stanley Mbogo, and keep it easy, Limo, as always. Bye.